Okay, Russ?
Yeah. All right, mate. How you doing?
Not bad. I'm getting the hang of this now.
Are you sure? I'm getting worried about you, lad. I see Max didn't fight tonight in Malta, bless him. He'll be gutted.
He didn't fight, no.
Nah, he'd be gutted, man.
Was he too late to
I don't
get
know.
approved?
I don't know what's gone on. I haven't spoke to him and that, but
Yeah.
if he's not in shape or it's an
Yeah.
hard one, isn't it, right? Because if he'd have been in shape, they might be able to get him on a show. And what happens is with boxing promoters, you've got to be in shape all the time. So if you've got a dangle a carrot to you and you get in shape, you just got to take it on chin, haven't you, if you're not in shape?
Yeah.
And you got to go again, haven't you? And you got to earn it, and you can't just do it half-heartedly, I think. And it's hard. So it's an hard one, isn't it?
Yeah. He's got to take it seriously. Yeah. He's really got to.
He might
He's
do
got to want
that.
it.
He might do
Yeah.
that.
Be good if he does, because he'll fulfill what he fulfill.
He's had a go on it. He's had a go on it. It's not in the world, is it?
Yeah. You don't want to have any regrets. If you've got your heart set on doing something, you've got to give it 100%. But what probably frustrates a lot of boxing fans when you see some of the top fighters over the year, Billy Joe Saunders, Tyson Fury as well, and who was I thinking of? Ricky Hatton. The time in camp they've probably spent as much more time losing weight as opposed to if they come in shape, they could have spent more time honing their skills, couldn't they? Instead of spent a lot of their time training to lose weight, and it's opposed to fighters who live like the Klitschko's and Usyk and that, and they're always in shape, aren't they?
Oh, Klitschko's in shape all year round. I mean,
discipline, eh?
You got to tick over even if you've not got a fight. You just got to keep your weight down and that if you're not a heavyweight, aren't you? But you should be in shape all year round, shouldn't you? And then you knock it up, don't you, when you start your camp? Got to tick over, aren't you? It's a
Frosh was always in shape, isn't
he? Yeah. He'd never go above 10, 12 pound over. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hopkins as well, Bernard Hopkins, he always looked after himself, didn't he? That's how he was able to fight for so long, wasn't it?
Well, they want to knock £1 a week off in camp, don't they, for 3 months, them boys, don't they? It's easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're not playing catch like George Groves when he first fought Carl. After 6 rounds, he couldn't knock an end over, could he? Because he don't wait.
Yeah.
Taking £10 off with a couple of days to go, you're not doing it right, are you?
Yeah.
No, you're fighting at the wrong way, like Tony Bellew. He thought he could carry his at light heavyweight, but he was a better fighter at cruiserweight, Tony Bellew, wasn't he?
Yeah. When you look back at his fights at light heavyweight, he looks ill, doesn't he?
How did he make that? I mean, to be honest with you, he was a massive puncher at light heavyweight, but you always felt that he looked like he'd gone as far as he could, couldn't you, with that weight? You know what I mean?
He's a big guy to be that weight, isn't he? 6'3" and 12.5 stone. That's quite a
yeah. He's got a
he's a stretch,
big is Tony. What do you think to beefy against Eubank?
Eubank
being announced, Andy. What do you think to that? Pop bang.
Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. I had a feeling that was going to happen, despite all the noise.
It's froze.
Ben, but there's too many questions, isn't there? So, it should be. That'll be intriguing. They're both past their best, but it'll be interesting to see if Eubank can take a punch or whether all that weight training affected him in the last fight, if that was an issue, or whether he's just come at the end of the road or what. It's question marks, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. Is it worth seeing that fight? Because like pay-per-view,
it shouldn't be pay-per-view. Yeah,
I mean, I mean, Ben Shalom, right? It's his second pay-per-view in over 2 years, right? Carnenbrook and this. Should he have put on a bit more? Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, do you know what the undercard is? Is the undercard strong or is it just?
I don't know what undercard is yet. But there's still a couple of months to win. I'm sure they'll build it up. But do we need a rematch after the first one? It was conclusive. Do you agree?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. I would say what I thought about Eubank was probably because he's never been knocked down before. I thought he jumped up far too quick and he was all over the place. If he'd taken his time, taken account and got up then and was able to clear his head out and see it was a bit early in the round, though, wasn't it? From what I remember. Not sure exactly, but he might have been able to continue. It's difficult to say, though. It's difficult to say. What happened. So I thought his best round was the third round before that, wasn't it? He had a stronger third round, but then he just all fell apart when he got caught, didn't he? On the ropes. So.
Yeah, but poor Max.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I think Dennis tried everything with him because he used to say to everybody though, Max, that's got some at thee, and it probably lacks some confidence.
Yeah.
Maybe if he's tried to do it that way, and they're fighting on 21st, and they put poster up for him, and he's put it on his Insta, and now he's not on card, and it's all a bit of a
burst his bubble a wee bit.
Yeah, but getting back to Beefy and Eubank, I think it'll be the same outcome, won't it? Really?
Yeah, I think the last time we spoke, I said I'll be controversial and back Eubank, but we'll see.
If
it's probably
if Eubank does him, right? Are we going to have a trilogy?
You can never say never, when you see some of the other trilogies. I mean, who thought Chisora would fight Fury for a third time? That was just a nothing fight. When you watch the second fight, how is that ever going to justify a third fight? Yeah.
Hey, you won't believe, Andy, some of the emails I've had today. You won't believe it, mate. From the Fury fanatics. Because I said, look, all I've said is, look, it's a long way away, October. Tyson Fury doesn't know what he's doing next week. You mind October. Happen, and there's that many people that want it to fail and not to happen, and people being negative, I suppose, and that's what it is, isn't it? If he hadn't belted, I don't think there'll be so much negativity.
No, that's right. The WBC are partly blame as well, aren't they? They're not calling mandatories. We've heard about Wilder Ruiz. That's gone on and back and forth for ages, and that's never happened. I was kind of looking forward to that. I thought that might have been an interesting fight because both of them can punch, and Ruiz has got a decent chin. Well, you've got to say Wilder's got a decent chin as well. Really, even he's taking some whacks, isn't he? Even though he's been stopped, but it'd be a good matchup, I think. But it's disappointing it never came to fruit. Yeah, well, it might happen yet, but I think Wilder will be holding out for the Joshua fight, won't he? The big money in Saudi.
Yeah, Charlo's not had a fight, has he, for 2 years at WBC? They've not stripped him, have they, either?
They're not playing by their own rules, are they? It's hypocritical, really.
Yeah, it is. But if Fury and Garno, for me, is a joke. We've gone on a bit too much now, but it's a joke. But if people are going to pay it, they're not going to knock it back. I mean, Frank Warren, what are you on about? What are you on about? We're putting events on. Frank Warren went on about events. He used to have me ready here for saying they're events to events. And stab ab, he went berserk over stubble. And then what do we know? Frank's doing stubble. Aren't you, brick pop, 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 bang?
What's he going to put on next? Arm wrestling contest.
Hey?
What's he going to put on next?
Stubble and event. Oh my God.
That's it.
And Saudi. Crazy, what do you remember when they were going on about Saudi? Oh, they're taking that Saudi money because he couldn't get his nose in the trough.
He's got his foot in the door now, though, hasn't he?
Now look at him, he's like Winnie the Pooh.
I'll be honest, I think the fight will probably happen because they're both getting so much money for it. It's a low risk fight, isn't it? For Fury, it's a low risk fight. What is it, 50 million is supposed to be getting?
Listen, wait while it all sinks in over the next few months and Big John Fury's got his calculator out and he's working out what people who are not a Fury are taking out a pot. You can imagine John Fury when they get invoiced, they'll be going through it and be like, he's not a Fury, he's not a Fury, he's not a Fury. What's he doing for his money? Pop, pop, bang.
He's got, can't
you?
Jinky's got an abacus in that old Russian caravan.
I don't know, mate, but if you're in this company, you're not a Fury, there's no down for you, is there?
That's it. He'll be going mad, eh? Frank Warren will be pulling his hair out. I'll just be a big pantomime, isn't it? It's just pantomime.
Andy, let me tell you this, mate. Bricktop and Bob Arum, they look like they've been put through Minster, don't they?
They're having a stress fest. That's what they're having, isn't it?
Listen, my mate saw George Warren the other day and he says he's got sparklers inside of his he's going to be like Paulie, walnut side at Sopranos, you know, it's silver wing. You look like a schoolboy 2 years ago, George Warren.
He's aged overnight. It's like Benjamin Button in reverse. When
George Warren gets up in the morning, the first thing he does is he takes a deep breath before he turns his phone on. He's praying the big fella hasn't put a tweet out or his dad hasn't done it. I'm telling you now. It's
just carnage, isn't it? It's it's carnage, isn't it? Carnage. Bricktop's brain's going he's going crazy, isn't he? He'll be on the Valium.
He'll be on summer. Tom Aspinall fights tomorrow night with Manchester Kid. He's a friend of Frank's. He's lovely. He's a lovely kid, Tom Aspinall. His dad Andy's lovely. They're good friends of my pal Frank. I met him through Frank. I think he's been on my channel. Lovely kid. He got a bad injury.
Right.
He's back from that now. He fights tomorrow night. So I want to wish him well. He's a kid. Yeah, he's a lovely family man. He's not into all that shouting all about and partying and all that. He's a proper trains out and goes on to his family and proper old school. So I wish him well tomorrow. It must be awful having a bad injury like that.
All right.
He's back and hopefully he can win tomorrow and get the John Jones fight.
You want to see good, honest, disciplined fighters do well, eh? That's what you want. That's what the sport's all about, isn't it?
Can I just say to Jonathan, this UFC kid who likes boxing as well? No, I'm not a UFC know-all. I don't know anything about it. But they say that John Jones was the man, isn't he?
I've heard that. See the top heavyweight guy, isn't he?
Yeah, and obviously Tom heavyweight. So if they're gonna meet, may the best man win. But I'll be cheering Tom on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it seems that John Jones comes across all right on that program. I watched about 20 minutes, so it's hard for me to watch something I don't understand. But I'm not trying to pitch any UFC viewers or out like that. But I just want to wish him well, Tom. He's had a professional fight as well, and we do talk boxing on here. And he sparred Tyson and Huey for years, so I just wish him well. He's a really nice kid. So
yeah, I'm the same as you. I don't know much about at all. I have watched some in the past.
Mate, I can't hear you, Andy.
In some ways, it's got good fights and bad fights, but
Andy, you're rambling on like a lunatic. Mate, listen, you're rambling on like a lunatic. You're rambling on nonsense, mate. What are you doing? Oh, you pissed out on that whiskey or something? I can hardly hear you, mate. What are you doing?
Can you hear me now?
You grind your teeth at night, Andy?
No.
Does your last kick in bed and say, "Stop mumbling, you"? She does, doesn't she?
She tells me to stop making them thumbnails this time of night.
Let me just say something about that T-shirt you've got on. It's "Don't panic, Mr. Mannering."
That's it. That's the one.
Do you know how I know that? Do you know when I was a kid, I used to be right bad tempered. My dad used to be really calm and that. I used to go berserk at like. And he said, "Don't panic, Mr. Man." You know, if I get like a present at Christmas and I'm trying to work it out and trying to look, I didn't put it all together and that, you know, I threw it in 5 minutes flat. No messing with Dad. I said, "Don't panic, Mr. Mannering." He was saying that to me for being a kid. And I've only seen top bit and then I've just sort of top of that hat there.
There you go.
Well, I've done, isn't it?
Corporal Jones, that's him. Clive Dunn.
Clive Dunn plays him, doesn't he? That's him, isn't it?
Yeah. Brilliant, eh?
Clive Dunn, yeah. Classics then, mate.
Proper old school comedy. And I think I've got another one that's can't remember what the other one is. Don't tell him your name, Pike. That's it. Don't tell him, Pike. That was Mannering to Private Pike.
I used to we all used to sit around and watch telly when we was a family in the 70s. When there were free TV channels and no internet.
The big treat on the Sunday night was getting to stay up to watch the professionals.
Bodie and Doyle. Hey, what about the Sweeney, mate?
What about the Sweeney? Oh, aye. My mate had a car like the Sweeney. He had my pal Andy, he had a Granada, a big brown Granada. That was his first car, Mark 1 Granada.
Like Regan.
Yeah, and he got pulled with the police the first night he had it because they thought it was nicked.
I heard a story off, I'm not sure if it was Mark Tibbs telling me a story. Frank Bruno had a Granada, and it was a 2.8 injection gear. You know, one of them.
Oh, nice. Mark II.
Yeah, Mark II. I think Regan's it came out in Sweeney too, didn't it? You know, that silver one, I think.
Oh yeah.
I think it was something like. Anyway, we had this big Granada, old Frank. Big Frank. He had all about 8 speakers in it. And he used to drive around blasting
windows vibrating.
Oh,
I thought they were brilliant cars. They were great cars. That and SD1 Rover V8s. I used to like them.
Rovers, mate. G Rovers taking it back to the shop, mate. Them.
Oh, they all fell apart, but it was a beautiful looking car, wasn't it? And it sounded good with the V8 engine, but
yeah.
Nah, they all
go to part 3, kid.
Yeah, no probs.
All right.